I'm going to talk to you about two non-profit organizations that we started a couple of years ago. So before 4 years, my cousin and 4 of his friends came back of being abroad almost for a decade for studying and working. And while they set up their businesses back home in Greece, they realized that the situation was much different from when they left for their studies. So discussions started of what we could do in order to help the whole situation. And the best way to find out what we could do was to find the gap in the market of non-profit organizations. So we found out that there are a lot of people in need, and there are a lot of people in need who they don't know where to ask for help, and a lot of people who have surplus or they have spare time, and also they don't know where to go and help. So we created Desmos. It's a Greek word which means bond, and it's the connecting point between someone who is in need and someone who wants to help. We utilize any kind of surplus, and we try on time to help any non-profit organization in Greece. After a couple of months, I left Greece and I came here in order to study. And I saw that there are a lot of Greeks and Cypriots who are worried about the situation which existed by then and also by now in Greece, unfortunately. And a lot of discussions about what to do, a lot of ideas, and a lot of different opinions were proposed. But the discussions could bring the solution, but they don't give the solution, only if you take action. So we created the volunteering community Power, which is based in the United Kingdom. It started all by students, Greek and Cypriots mainly. Some of them are here tonight as well. And the aim was to organize charity and fundraising events in aid of the programs of Desmos in Greece, in aid of also some charity organizations in Cyprus, and the local community of the United Kingdom. Later on, I'm going to give you some examples of what we've done the past 4 years. What Desmos does in Greece, and at the offices in Athens and in Thessaloniki, where we utilize the whole surplus, we created a platform which you can do all the donations online very, very easy and fast. So you just create a profile and you upload any kind of surplus that you want to donate. And right after, it gives you all the results for charity organizations in Greece that have this kind of need. And then you have a short description of fits of this organization, and you can choose which one you want to donate. And then we take the responsibility of the whole donation process. Those are our numbers the past 4 years since we started. So we are in almost daily communication with over 500 welfare institutions in Greece, which they are in need, and we try to cover those needs. We have over 1,000 volunteers which help our work, and without them things would be much different and the workload even bigger. We have over 200 companies which support our programs, and we are very glad that we have them. And all the goods that we have donated up to now to all those organizations have an estimated value of over 2 million euros. And finally, 300,000 beneficiaries have been helped from us up to now. I'm going to talk to you about two programs that we are very proud of, and we are trying to get alive. The one is Desmos gives warmth, and what we do is we provide heating fuel to schools in Greece who cannot afford this. We do this with the help of companies like Unilever or Papastratos, but also with the great help of individuals. By the end of this winter, we are hoping to have over 200 schools with heating fuel by us. Another program which just started, and it's for the academic year 2015-2016. It's having volunteering as a mandatory class in 60 schools in Greece. From the very young age, people need to be engaged in the social community. They need to help as much as possible, and they need to have in their daily life the understanding of people in need, and also the willingness. I think that everyone here could go out after this event and they could start doing something. But if you want to change a generation, a mentality of many people, you should start from the roots, and the roots are the schools. So the kids are going to have theoretical and practical examples in their everyday school life of volunteering in different aspects of the community. And that's a project that we are willing to support a lot, and hopefully in a couple of years it's going to be in all schools in Greece, and hopefully in Europe. I think it's something very important to have as a subject. This is another very interesting project. It was an idea by Tom, who is a speaker later on. So he had a very interesting idea of doing a crowdfunding online campaign in order to help people in Greece. He's going to give you more details about this later on. So his idea was to help young people and unemployment. So the project that we set up with the money that his campaign collected, which went really, really well, is to have 15 young, capable people working in welfare institutions, in 15 welfare institutions. So those people are going to have a job for a year, and also those organizations are going to have someone capable of running them for a year, which is something very important because many charity organizations in Greece struggle with the everyday life and with volunteers. Here are some some awareness events that we take part. Naming a few, it's Let's Do It Greece, which is beach cleaning in Greece, or we run at the marathons in Athens and in Thessaloniki, and we go to schools, and generally we try to raise social awareness about what it is out there and the problems that exist. As I said before, we have over 1,000 volunteers, and all of them, or most of them, are working, or they're students, or they have families, and they spend a lot of time to our offices, to our events, and we are very, very, very pleased to have them. And we have some events that happen in England. We work a lot with companies, and generally we have a lot of things going on with the volunteers. So some talk about Power. Power is, as I told you, is the organization that we started in Leeds before 4 years. All of us were students, 18 to 20 years old, most of us, with no previous working experience or any kind of similar experience. But we had a dream, let's say, to help. We wanted to help. That's the great will that we, in order to help people in Greece. And we started organizing charity events in aid of Desmos. And with the pass of the years, we have over 250 volunteers all over UK. Here are some of the events that we did in the past year. So the first one was a charity football tournament, and then we did a pillow fight event, which was an official Guinness World Record event. And then we another football tournament last year. We have done some music nights. We have in the middle is Alexandros Sostabasidis. He's a banker in London. I guess you know that means that he works a lot, but he knows every couple of months he does some charity activities. So he went to Scotland, to Highlands, and he walked in 2.5 days, 152 kilometers in order to fundraise for families in need in Greece. Now he's planning to go from Switzerland to Holland with by cycling. And generally, that's a lot of things that he wants to. That's how he wants to use his spare time whenever he has so. Here are some of the cooperations that we had in the past years. JVS is a music band that supported us. The last year tournament was with the cooperation with Manchester United. We had Top Gear Live Show supporting us, and Central Crypt is the largest institution for homeless people in the UK, and we are one of their exclusive partners, and we support them as much as we can. Some of the donations, medical equipment in Greece and Cyprus, pillows for and clothes for homeless people in the UK, some food and drinks for people and for the at the charities at Cyprus, Greece, and the United Kingdom. A few press clips over the past years. Some of the companies that we have as supporters, and we do a lot of progress with them. Those are the sources of finance and how we work up to now. The important aspect, I think, is that we have 0% of funding from the government, and we don't plan to apply for any funding. Some of our supporters, and this is how you can help. With your time, if you can, or by donations, or with your company, or if you have a great idea, we are happy to support it and work out with it. And before finishing up, I would like to tell you two stories that we have in mind with the volunteers. So the first one is from the first charity event that we did, the football tournament. We had a kid, a volunteer, a student, master student, so with limited time, who was from the Middle East, and by then there was a lot of going on over there and a lot of bombing, and his house was destroyed the previous week of the event, but he was there for about 10 hours working for people in need in Greece, which is a country he hasn't yet been over there. And the other story was again from the first event that we did. So we were trying to find some medals and trophies for the tournament, and we emailed a couple of companies in order to see and get quotes. So I got a call 5 minutes later after I emailed the company in Rhodes, and the guy there asked me more information about the event. I told him, and he said he's going to do everything for free. I said, no, it's fine. We have the budget to buy some things, and we want to support as much as we can the Greek economy as well. And he said, you're students in the United Kingdom. You're 18 years old, and instead of doing other things, you have your mind back home, and you want to help as much as you can. As soon as you're going to help at least one person, I'm going to support you throughout all your events. And that was, he trusted us without even showing anything. It was our first event. We were 18 years old, and just with the idea and the willingness that we wanted to help back home, for a small company, it was something very big. And he did the same last year as well. We haven't met with this person. We haven't spoken on the phone, just with emails, and once on the phone the first time. And he's there to support us all the times. And for these people that are there to help all the time, we are motivated to work and even find time. And I think anyone could help from his point of view. That's it. Ευχαριστώ.